Hi there. Can you state your name, please?
It's Sunny Martin.
Okay. Give me a moment here.
Sunny, like sunshine.
Yes, got it. And your middle name is Jay?
J.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Like a
And
way to. The court has it. So anyway,
yeah,
but anyway,
but the case is 2019, so we probably have an old number from many years ago.
yeah,
That's
probably.
that's the problem with this case. It's 2019, so we need to conclude the case. All right. So let me tell you
Right.
where we're at. You failed to appear. That's why you have a warrant. I'm not going to allow that to happen again.
I
Okay.
know.
The case is a 2019 case, and we gave you many extensions and give you plenty of continuances. So you had pled not guilty to the charge of knowingly display a fictitious plate. Do you wish to maintain that plea, or do you want to change that plea?
I'd like to explain the situation.
Well, I can't take the explanation until I know how you want to plea and the reason
I'm not
why.
guilty. I'm not guilty.
All right, so we'll keep it as it is. That's how it is now. It's at not guilty. So
I'm
what
not
I'm going,
guilty.
okay,
Yeah.
so what I'm going to grant you to do is appear telephonically for the pretrial conference that you've yet been unable to do and keep failing to appear. So this is going to be the last time. I'm going to allow you to do it by telephone and be
Okay.
able to call the prosecuting office. I'm going to send you a letter that gives
Okay.
you the instructions of what you need to do. So I'm going to reschedule a new court date. And then in the instructions that I provide you tells you to get a hold of the prosecutor prior to that court date so you and them can come to a conclusion on the case, whether it's going to a trial, whether it's going to enter a plea agreement, or whether it's dismissed after you both are hear what is happening on the case. Okay, so one of those three things.
Okay.
If by chance you do take a plea agreement or you change your plea to no contest or guilty, then we're going to do the sentencing by mail. Are you still residing in Colorado, or why are you in Arizona?
Well, I just had some. Well, I've been. Okay. I was being robbed at this shelter. I decided to stay and just kind of get myself organized because I've been robbed everywhere I go,
Okay.
and they were robbing me as well. So I'm an outreach minister. So the Lord said, "You need to leave. You cannot stay here," because there was all kinds of other issues. They
Okay.
altered my ID and my social security number, and they were taking money from
Okay.
my
So
social
just make
security.
sure that Ms. Martine, if you get a residence here in the
Right.
state of Arizona, that you update your address away from that High Street, Denver, Colorado
I
address. Okay.
would.
Yeah. So just keep the court informed on your new address, your new phone number. And then I'm going to give you a court date again with your pretrial conference date. We're going to keep your not guilty plea and send you instructions to complete that telephonically, okay?
Okay, so Okay, so you're gonna send it to me, so I'm not gonna be in jail here, right?
I'm going to release you out of jail as soon as I
Okay,
send the paperwork that direction with the instructions for the pretrial conference with your new court date, and that you need to comply, because if we have to reissue a warrant, there will be no releasing after that. 2019
I,
case.
I understand. Could I ask one question, Your Honor?
Yes.
Okay, what if, I, uh, am released from this and I send the bond money, uh, that you have, I think it's $500 on my forms? Can I, would that release me from, I mean, I just don't want to miss anything. I mean, I just want this
Okay,
from,
regarding this charge, ma'am, I'm going to release you. I already told you that. You don't need to post the bond.
okay,
I'm going to release you. So unless you're in custody for other reasons that I don't know about,
no, it's nothing
you'll
else.
be released. So you won't have to come up with the bond, okay?
Okay,
But I'm going to give you a new court date with
okay, I got
instructions on
that.
how to
Mhm.
complete that.
Okay, I
If
got that.
that one's not adhered to, then we'll warrant you again. And then if you go into custody, we won't let you out until we complete all the case.
I understand.
All
All
right,
right.
so I'm really looking for your cooperation with your promise to follow through like you've promised many of times and have not done so yet.
Well,
I have
okay.
many, many documents, Mrs. Martin, that
There,
say I promise that I will show, and then you don't show.
well, at that time it was they had the COVID, and
Okay.
I came here, and I was renting a place with a guy, and it just did not work out. So I went to a shelter, and they told me you cannot leave on my court date. They said you cannot leave this right now. We're under COVID.
But you
So
never told us that. You never conferred any of that. So none of that's
okay,
going to be, yeah, so none of that's going to be acceptable with the court
I
because
understand.
since 2019, you've never updated us with any of that stuff. So here's what I'm just telling you is I'm going to release you out of custody, give you another court date, but that'll be the last one. Okay.
I appreciate that.
All
Thank you
right.
so
Any other
much.
questions in that?
No, thank you.
Okay.
Thank
You're
you, Your
welcome.
Honor.
Okay. And then detention staff, who do I email the info to?
What's that?
Just talking with the detention staff there.
Okay.
Who do I send the email to?
C. Smith.
Okay. Thank you very much. Have a good one.